9FM ZFM. If you want to join us live on Facebook, it's ZFMGH. On Instagram and also on X. You can also join us on YouTube, Z Multimedia. And we have an interesting conversation today, guys. I mean, I know this is a real situation. I have been there. When you're a student and then you have high expectations of the world because you are in a bubble. But then you come out of school and you see that, Charlie, the real life, it be different steez. It's a different conversation altogether. And today we have amazing young people joining us. I will let them introduce themselves and what they do. I'll start with the lady. So, hello, madam. How are you? What's your name? Where do you go to school? Tell us about yourself.
Hi, my name is Audrey Amwa. I'm a level 400 BSc Psychology student at the University of Cape Coast.
Oh, that's cool, eh?
Yes, that's good.
That's cool. It's not University of Ghana, but we'll take it like that. Hello, sir. Please introduce yourself as well.
Yeah, I'm Elvis Kabna Nkrumah. I'm a recent graduate from the University of Ghana. The University of Ghana.
Yes,
the University of Ghana.
The people in Kumasi cannot relate. But we take it like that.
The University of Ghana. Yeah. And I studied computer science and statistics.
Okay.
I'm currently doing my national service at the Department of Statistics.
Wow. So you're currently on campus.
Yes,
okay.
as a TA.
Okay. All right. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome.
Thank you very
I
much.
hope we have an interesting conversation. And I know you get the drift of where the conversation is going. So I will ask my first question. And maybe it goes to Audrey. Audrey, level 400. How is life now in school? How is school treating you right now?
Okay, so school is fine. I think right now we are just a bit stressed, caught up with a lot of academic work and doing our project work as well. And also making plans for NSS. Right now you have to think about where you want to go and what you want to do. So right now that's how school is.
I will ask a follow-on question and I say, how is it like navigating school with learning with I mean, sometimes I say it here, I don't know whether it's true, confirm, with boyfriends and stuff like that? How's the bubble like? Do you once think about what will life be after school and how are you preparing for that?
Okay, so yes, I think about how life would be after school. And with navigating school life, I think you just have to plan well, allocate your time right. If you're learning, you're learning. When you're done learning, maybe you can make time for other extracurriculars. So I think it's all about planning and finding the balance. Yeah.
Audrey is giving me diplomatic answers. I know how to corner you. You're giving me diplomatic answers now. But Elvis, over to you. Tell us, has it been real? Like, tell us, like when you were in school, how you perceived life after school to be. I mean, I know you're doing your national service. You're still within the university confines, but how has the transitioning from being a student to a recent graduate and life after school? Tell us about it.
Yeah, so let me see. Thank you for this question and this opportunity. Yeah, so at school, the future looked clear to me. One Saturday night in my second semester of final year, I did a tree map of where I want to go.
Yeah.
So if I take this decision, where do I see myself the first year or in the next 3 years? So in that very evening, I told myself, where am I seeing myself? Do I want to go into academia or I want to taste industry a bit? So in that dream map, I said, let being an NSS on campus be my first option.
Okay.
If competitive offers come from industry, I'll look at this and this. And then everything looked nice on paper. And then I began my national service.
Yeah.
And then I realized that the TA job or being a teaching assistant is more demanding than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had the mindset, let me be a TA because I learned TAs have a lot of free time. So I get time to do my remote work, do my other projects and go. Yeah. But I am there and then students are calling you at 10 p.m. There's an assignment.
Yeah.
They have a quiz and it looks so overwhelming. Right? And then now the lessons you have been hearing on time management begin to make more sense.
Yeah.
And then, but generally it has been great. But a lot of wows were on the way.
Yeah, of course, I can imagine. And the purpose of this show, as I would say, is always serve as a signpost to young people out there, right? So that we tell real stories that young people can relate to and can also plan in their stages. I'll come back to Audrey and ask, Audrey, now that you're level 400, you're doing your project work, what has been the process of setting your goals? Like, what are you doing now to make sure that after school, do you want to stay on campus to do your national service? Like, what has been the plans? Tell us about it and how you are approaching it. The sense is so that people that are listening can also say, okay, then I'm not doing something right, or I'm doing something wrong, or we are all, as young people, doing the same things. How is it like for you?
Okay, so I think I haven't done a map like Elvis because
maybe you should consider it.
Yes, I should consider it. But for now, I just have a lot of visual plans. I think I was planning on being a TA, but maybe from what Elvis said, I should reconsider. But yeah, the plan for now is to be a TA at my department on campus and make plans to further my education. So, yeah.
Do you have the challenge of, I want to japa? Have you heard that phrase? Elvis, you being a recent graduate, tell me about the pressures of being a student and seeing everybody traveling abroad and you carving a niche in your mind and saying that, okay, I want to stay on. Is it because there are no opportunities, that's why you're still here? Or run us through, as a young person, what's going through your mind when these topics come up?
Yes, so one thing is the type of environment I am in at the university. At the Department of Statistics, every TA we came to meet from level 100 is not in the country.
Hey.
Almost everyone.
So you are going next year?
Worst case, almost everyone. Worst case scenario, they go to Ames.
Okay.
And then the next year they fly. So when we are like setting up into the role, most of us during our TA orientation, the lecturer told us we should all apply to the schools. We don't lose anything.
Okay.
So from November, I started my graduate school application process and realized that the journey to JAPA is not easy.
It's not easy.
And with this current things happening in the US and things, sometimes when I open my email, you see, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Just
so I want us to put this in context, right?
Yeah.
The feeling of going outside. Is it because you think there are not so much opportunities that are available in Ghana for you to take, or there's just the pressure? Like, for instance, your lecturer telling you, you know what, you don't lose anything, just go, right? Is it because of that pressure, or really genuinely as a young person you deem it like the realities on the ground is that bad? There are no opportunities, for instance, for statisticians or IT professionals like you. Tell us about it.
Okay, so one thing is, I believe there are opportunities for us. It's about how you position yourself.
Okay.
Because even for my undergrad journey, my final year, through LinkedIn, people reached out to me a lot for part-time work and stuff. So the thing is how you position yourself. But what drove my ability to, or my intention to apply to grad school is that I want to go into healthcare, AI for healthcare and machine learning for healthcare.
Okay.
And so I want to go and learn how outside they are solving problems with AI and come and implement it in Ghana. So I had a personal desire.
Okay.
Talking to a few people, like my colleagues who are also TAs, they hit on me with the currency factor. Elvis, have you converted this money to Ghana cedis before? Do you know that when we go to the US and we do our masters and we get this scholarship and you come back to Ghana, you'll be a big guy. And so you are there, you're like, you can't stop. Okay. The pressure is that you can't stop. And due to personal disaster, every day when the lecturers meet you, they tell you, Elvis, now application, how is it going?
Yeah.
And so it has been.
So the pressure is real.
It's too much.
Even beyond your own personal wishes, there's also pressures that are coming that you have to leave.
Yes. Interviews. What's happening?
Audrey, how about you? Is there pressures to leave the country? Are you considering leaving us also? What is for a current student that is in university? What are the pressures like to leave the country and find opportunities outside?
Okay, so yeah, I think there's also pressure to leave the country after school. And in my case, what I want to further in, my two top courses right now will be neuropsychology and clinical psychology.
Okay.
So for neuropsychology, it's not a master's program that's done in Ghana.
Okay.
So unless you go outside. But for clinical, yes, it's done in Ghana. But then I've not really heard a lot of good,
Stories
feedback
about it.
from those who did it in Ghana.
Okay.
See it.
Okay, so this brings us to a very important topic that I want us to talk about, opportunities, right? And Elvis, I know your LinkedIn, so I know you do a lot of, you've applied to a lot of things with Tableau, with Zendesk, and all those things. As a young person, how do you find these opportunities and embed yourself into them?
Great question. So first of all, what people need to understand is that opportunities are there, but they come to those who are ready for them. So you have to build capacity.
Okay.
I tell people that every year we have something I call the principle of times and seasons.
Okay.
When you start the year from August, when you start the year and then it gets to August, from August to it can go to April, plenty fellowships, scholarships come. And it means that if you're a young person, let's say grad school, anything you want to do, let's say competitions, it means from August, you'll be seeing a lot of opportunities, so you have to prepare. Now, what happens is that from May to the next August, you have to build capacity, take online courses, certifications, do internships, and that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
So when I'm applying for these opportunities, there are evidence I can show. When you go to my YouTube channel, I've had so many data workshops and my projects. I have a portfolio website where my projects are there. So before these opportunities come, it's like I'm ready for them.
Yeah.
So now, how I get the opportunities? LinkedIn. And, because I'm from a computer science background, we build something we call recommendation algorithms. So let's say Mr. Oliver looks for climate entrepreneurship challenge or something.
Mm-hmm.
The next 3 posts, you see that nowadays you are seeing a lot of climate stuff. So people go on LinkedIn, they are like, there's too much pressure on LinkedIn. No, you are not looking for the right things on LinkedIn.
You're looking for people that are throwing you pressure.
Yes. So because I have done my LinkedIn the way that today if you take my phone and you scroll the next 3 posts, you see either a scholarship or a fellowship or an opportunity somewhere.
Okay.
So the more you like comments on those things, the more it suggests more to you. Wow. Now when I see them, how do you keep track of these opportunities and apply? Because sometimes you see the opportunity, the day you want to apply, you realize the deadline is over.
Deadline is passed.
So I send it to somebody, and then when I have free time, I have a Google Sheet, documents them. I've been doing this since January, and I've been accepted to 1 fellowship.
Wow, amazing.
I document them.
Audrey, are you taking notes?
I'm taking notes.
I document it. So there's a sheet with the name of the fellowship, the link, and the deadline. Now, Ghanaians, we have this...
Ghanaians will come for you.
Sometimes we have this last minute character. We'll do it, then 2 days. So I mostly scare myself and put the deadlines 2 days before. Okay. So if it's 3rd April, I'll do it 1st April. And because the opportunities are many, you actually forget that you have done it 2 days before. So you're in your mind, hey, the deadline is coming. And then I look at this, write the essays, change them, let it suit my story. So I have a ChatGPT conversation which knows everything about me, my CV, everything.
I will come to that. But you finish your thought.
It knows everything for me. So if I pick a fellowship and I'm interested, let's say it's machine learning. So the one I was accepted for is machine learning, right? And I put the questions they're asking for the fellowship there. The essay ChatGPT writes for me is my story. Nobody can write what that's with because I fed it with my information.
Okay.
And that's what I've been doing. And then the rejections will come, but sometimes you smile. And they made me smile this first quarter of the year.
Amazing. So Audrey, I'll come to you with a similar question, but slightly twisted.
Okay.
Because you are currently in school, you probably will have academic work, you have boyfriend issues, which I don't know, but I mean, you have extracurricular stuff to do.
Yeah.
And so first off, are there opportunities for you? But how is it that as a student you take these opportunities?
Okay, yes, I think there are opportunities for me. And in my case, I think having good friends is very important. So I know Elvis, and so he sends me some opportunities sometimes. And I think we went to the same school, and then we reconnected when I was in like level 300. And since that time, honestly, he has opened my mind to a lot of things. Honestly, in the past, I was just there. I realized that there are a lot of opportunities out there, so you just have to apply. Even though, yes, as he said, rejections might come, but it's best to apply than to sit there and think, oh, I don't think I'll get it or something.
So
there
for
are lots
you,
of
it's good
opportunities.
friends.
Yes, good
So
friends.
we have bad friends. No
So you need
opportunities for
to
us.
change.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll ask my next question, which is on ChatGPT, the role of AI, especially for Gen Zs. I don't know if you are Gen Zs. Are you Gen Z?
Yeah.
So you are fit for this conversation.
Yeah.
What is the role of AI in today's world, especially for students? I know for assignments, but beyond that, are you using AI to find opportunity? Obviously, you've given us a little brief. You go deeper, but Audrey, what role does AI play today's day and age for you as a student finding opportunities beyond the university?
Okay, so for me, finding opportunities right now, mine is mostly volunteering opportunities. So I don't really use AI for that. I come across it, and maybe drafting the email or writing the application letter would require AI. But for now, I don't really think I use AI that much to find opportunities. So.
Wow. So you don't use AI to find opportunities?
No, I use it for mostly academic work and writing.
Okay. Elvis, how about you?
All right. So, in this age of AI, one thing I want to emphasize is that everybody needs to understand that every AI tool which is being built now is for a particular purpose.
Okay.
Claude has come into the race, ChatGPT was there, Meta, and then it is important for us to know how to use this AI. So most of these ones we are using, they are something we call LLMs, large language models. Right? We have a way to ask them the questions to get what you want. So prompting, prompt and prompt engineer. And I tell people that everybody has to learn how to use AI and learn how to get what you want from it. So like these opportunities I want to find. When you go to Perplexity AI, it knows everything on the internet, majority, and can give you links to verify.
Okay.
So if I want an opportunity, for example, somebody's applying to grad school, I want a school with scholarship and this, ask Perplexity to give you links. It will take you there and you verify. So when it comes to the AIs, you have to know how to use them and what each AI has been built for. Now there's a new direction people are going to, something we call agentic AI.
Okay.
So they build something like an agent. So let's say, Mr. Oliver, the work you do at a hub, you have an AI assistant which knows what you do. So if there's, let's say, an email which you need to reply, you have already designed a workflow such that if Ken sends you an email, to already reply with what you want to do already. You are able to automate things, and that's what people are doing now. And it's changing how we do everything. A few weeks ago, somebody created this agent to apply for over 50 jobs on LinkedIn, sent their CVs, and they landed one role. And it was crazy. People were shocked
Wow.
and X. And so your ability to learn these things, it puts you in a better
So,
edge.
I mean, I'm learning a lot now, and I will say it as it is. I feel like young people today, it's not everybody, but most people don't use AI the right way. So I think this sinks deep for me, that know what the AI does, what it is built for, and use it for your advantage. Okay. Audrey, I'm back to you again. So now it's getting real. You're at level 400, you're finishing your thesis, you have a semester to finish school. What is going through your mind? What is life after school like? Are you like looking for a specific place to do your service? Are you like, have you gotten a place already? I know you people, yeah. Or are you now searching for it? How are you tuning yourself to get into the real life?
Okay, so for NSS, I have a place in mind. As I said, I was planning on doing my NSS at my department, but I have other places in mind. So yeah, but I haven't applied or anything. I feel the application process will start at the end of the semester.
Yeah. How about preparing yourself to face the world? What are you doing? I know you're taking internships, but aside internships, what are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm not doing much, but then I'm trying to put myself out there in school. I'm part of committees in school. I've done a bit of volunteering in school, just trying to build my CV
Mhm.
and trying to build myself as well. So,
I see. Elvis, I'll come to you. And at this time, I also want you to give us that reality check. At what point in your school journey did you decide that, okay, now if I don't do these applications, I am not going to like get these opportunities? At what point did that switch come? I remember my times in the university, level 100, I didn't think much of myself. Like I didn't really do much. I was like, okay, let me go to class, go back to the hostel. I mean, do up until like level 300, where we had a course in entrepreneurship, and a light bulb just struck in my mind that if I don't have a business, if I don't have the. So at what point, what was the trigger that made you like now start putting things together so that if young people are listening, they know like, okay, this is the time I need to go?
Yeah, so
Or did you get a broken heart?
no.
Sometimes that is the trigger.
Oh no, not necessarily. So my journey started from senior high school.
Okay.
So from senior high school, I got the privilege to be part of the NSMQ team of my school. So I represented.
So you be Brilla?
Oh no.
Hey, Charlie.
that was the past. Now from there, let me see, the pressure then at that level was everybody had to write the SAT, what we call the SAT.
Yeah.
So to write the SAT and then get a good score and apply to schools in the US. So that was my mindset. Although I was in level 100 year at the University of Ghana, I took my SAT in December of that year.
Okay.
Now, we realized that when we were applying for schools in the US, they were asking us a question on extracurriculars. I'm like, what are these things? Which club? Which at school? We had nothing. Just Ghana, what's this?
We SU. We go and clap our hands.
So I realized that my portfolio was nothing apart from NSMQ. So when I was continuing my university journey, I said no. These fellowship opportunities, building capacity, I'll not leave this thing alone. So I was very intentional from second year, doing plenty internships, getting to know people, like networking.
Yeah.
And then our friends who went to the US, you see that when they post on LinkedIn, opportunities they've gotten, who say they were on an honest program.
Yeah.
So at the University of Ghana, in Carbon rolled out an honest program. I'm like, this thing can make my CV beautiful.
Yeah.
I applied, I got in.
Wow.
So it made me hunt for opportunities from that rejection. I couldn't go to the US, but it taught me that there's more to life than academics.
Yeah.
Look outside, and that's where this journey began.
Amazing. I mean, I am picking up a lot. I wish I could go back to SS and also start again and start applying to some honors program. And I mean, Audrey, I'll come back to you. And this is backtracking a little bit to internships and volunteering, right?
okay.
And you mentioned that you've done so many internships and volunteering in your field. What is the importance of that? I mean, as I told you, I have friends that up until level 400, they have not done one internship. Sometimes as students, we focus too much on our academics and then we forget that there are other things that we need to focus on, like volunteering, like what triggered you to start looking at such opportunities and how did you find these opportunities?
Okay, so for internship, I think it helps you in the professional world. When you go to a new space, you're working, work life, work experience. You're also able to meet new people. I've done 3 internships so far, and I've met people that I wouldn't have met if I just stayed at home. I've learned things that I wouldn't have learned if I just stayed at home. And so I think internship is very important. It also helps you know the field you want to go into. So, for example, I'm doing psychology. I've done an internship at the psychiatric department. And it taught me a lot about clinical psychology. Okay, if I want to further in clinical psychology, this is what I should expect. So then you're either able to confirm your decision to further in that field or change your path. So I think that's what internship is about. And also networking. Yeah. You're able to meet professionals and they advise you and they tell you things about the field that might maybe, confirm, or you might choose to move on to another field. So I think internship is very important. Yeah.
I had a conversation with one young person about internships, And her problem was that when she went to do internship, she was always buying wache, always buying things. Oh, she was the one that was running errands. Have you encountered that? And what is your perspective on such things?
Okay, so for me, maybe I'm privileged that for all my internships, they haven't really sent me like that.
You are a DB, eh?
Oh,
DB
no. Amen. But yes, they don't really send you. For me, I haven't really been sent to do things outside work. Maybe if you are going there, they'll say, oh, since you are going here, oh, you can get me this, you can get me that. But I haven't really been sent like that. So.
Okay, so you've not had that experience.
Yes, I haven't.
Elvis, let me come to you, the role of internship, because I know you've also taken some internship even before completing school.
Yeah.
What would be your perspectives now that you are done with school? The role of internship in, you say, development, like personal development and stuff like that. Yeah.
And so one thing I believe that internships help you to do something we call know yourself. There's a college in the US called Hamilton College. And that college, their motto is know thyself. That's a summary of your undergraduate experience. Now, in your quest to know yourself, there are different ways. Like the internships, some people volunteer, leadership roles. So internship is that like one door. Because when you get to intern somewhere, I think I intern at a hub.
Yes.
Right. It helps you know, okay, so this is what is happening in industry. Hey, so what I'm doing at school is really different. This is how things work. You learn how to write emails. Most of us, we are on social media.
This one, somebody wrote some email to me. I was like,
Right.
Yes.
You learn about email etiquette. And then in one of my internships, I emailed the company's LinkedIn page. It's a South African company, UltraSwift. And then I told them, I want to intern with them. And that one to expose me to remote work. Because that one is absolutely different. You need to have internet, join meetings. And then with time, I realized that, no, this thing it helps you discover yourself. So now I know how I want my future work to look like. I think I like the remote work more.
You want to be CEO?
Yeah, no. I want to hide more. I want remote work.
Okay, so we are gradually coming to the end of our conversation. So I'll go back to Audrey and then ask you about right now that you are about to finish school. What really is your expectations of the world? What do you think life after school will be, and how are you preparing to face that?
Okay, I think life after school will be very stressful because there's a lot of pressure. It's like you have to get a job if you want to further your education further. So life after school, it can be very tough. It can be very tough.
How are you preparing yourself to face the toughness, Audrey?
Okay, I'm taking it one day at a time.
Hey,
So
Hey,
one day.
Audrey, you're taking internships and things. Tell
Yes.
us about those one thing. You're taking it one day at a time. Are you a prophetess? Okay.
Yeah.
And Elvis, I'll come to you also. So tell us, now you are out of school, you're doing your service. I know it's still an insulation for you because doing your service is also not really job seeking, and because service is right after school, maybe your pay is small, so right now you cannot get an additional but how are you preparing yourself for that time period after, and what are some practical things that you tell young people that are like someone like Audrey that is now preparing to leave the university? You have already walked that path. What are you telling them? How should they approach leaving school, finding opportunities, developing themselves such that they can apply for fellowships, apply for scholarships? And mind you, what we do on the show, before you guys came on, we give opportunities like this, and we expect young people to apply to them. And some of these shows, like we are running here at Next Gen Connect on Z, we are also running one we call the Tech Fridays. We are going to have a session on the 24th. How should young people relate and build themselves going out of school?
All right. Thank you for this question. So first is mindset. The mindset that you are willing to learn, unlearn and relearn. Because quite recently, there's a big shift That see, most of the times we think the course we do from university is where we end up working. No. So having that mindset that you are willing to learn anything, whether you are from a psychology background, music, arts, you can come into IT. And quite recently, there are people who are writing dangerous codes and building software systems, but they are not really from a computer science background.
Yeah.
So their mindset. Now, after the mindset, the next thing is you building yourself, taking the online courses, learning. And nowadays, YouTube is almost everything you need. And being able to learn, relearn, and then taking this online course in the domain you want to go to. So is it tech? Having interview preps, learning. And then one thing I've realized is that after you even apply for these opportunities, it's like a platform, but you have to keep building yourself.
Wow.
Building yourself, or having that mindset that you're a lifelong learner is what really puts you ahead. Finally,
Yeah.
every Ghanaian or young person has to be mindful of something we call graduate trainee programs. Of late, people have not really been paying attention. The fact that you can finish school, like me, finish undergrad in computer science, get into a graduate trainee program in, let's say, First Bank or in a bank, and realize that you actually like sales or marketing more.
Yeah.
Because in graduate trainee programs, they rotate you in all departments in the bank or institution. And then it helps you discover yourself and what you really like doing. And you can end up building a career in that area. So
Amazing.
graduate trainee programs are one principle to take.
Amazing.
note of.
Thank you so much, Audrey. Thank you so much, Elvis, for your time and also the nuggets that you've shared with us on the show. I would say I'll give you the last chance to give us your last words. Tell young people something. Tell that classes that you do at Cape Coast. What's it? UCC. Yes. I mean, if you have any last words, you can say them, Audrey. I'll give you the last word.
Okay, so I think I'll just tell young people out there like me to apply for opportunities, do internships, volunteer, get yourself out there, expose yourself, and build your CV. Because one thing they'll ask you is, okay, we know what you're doing, but what makes you different from the other person that we just interviewed? What are you bringing to the table? So yes, I think it's important to build yourself and yes, apply for opportunities.
Amazing. Elvis, last words.
I think Audrey has said it all. But one final thing is that we have to be intentional about personal development as
Okay.
young people.
Yeah.
We are Ghanaians. Social media is there. The pressure is there. But be intentional about improving upon yourself. Be intentional about seeing yourself grow. And I think that's the main thing I want to say. Yeah.
Amazing. I told you it's going to be an interesting conversation today on Z 101.9 FM Next Gen Connect. Every time we bring you interesting conversations about young people, we bring you opportunities that young people can apply to and get to. Today we've given you amazing opportunities. Please apply to them. And we've had an amazing conversation with Audrey and Elvis. Thank you so much. I've been your host on Next Gen Connect. I want to tell you a few things. Young people, we are having our community event, which we dubbed the Tech Fridays, on the 24th of April at the University of Ghana Business School, and we invite all of you. Also, if you're a young business, if you're a small business and you need to connect to young people, this is the stage for you. Just reach out to us on Z, on all our platforms, and we can give you some slots to promote your products, to sell your songs, to sell your products to young people, because we have young people at heart and we want to give them the best. Up next on Z is Highway 1019 with Richard Sticks, and we'll catch you next week once again on Next Gen.